I've got a new toy. I've had this nearly a week now, and I should probably tell the whole story about how I got this. So, middle of last week, I got messaged on Instagram by somebody who noticed that I had a summer contrabass clarinet bell just lying around my studio. And they wanted to know if I'd be willing to do a trade. And said, sure, what do you got to trade? I said, well, I've got this G clarinet. It's like, well, I've already got a G clarinet. Oh, wait, this one's different. This one has been converted from the old simple system to close to a Boehm system. Now, I have another video on here where I talk about my original G clarinet, which is right here. So, I now own 2 clarinets in G. I mean, that's a special level of nerdy right there. But this one is very, very different. So let's compare the two, and I'm going to go in a little bit. The one on my left, it'll be camera right, is the modified one. And this one here on my right, it's me on the camera left, is the original one. And you can see right off the bat that the tone holes are very different. This one here has had the tone holes filled in, new spacers put in. The throat keys have been revoiced and connected on this one, whereas they are not connected on this one and play severely out of tune. Let me flip it around and you can see the back. On the new one, we now have a vent, got a octave tube and a ring on it, and the original one does not have that. Down on the lower end, the keys have been completely repositioned, and the massive spread that the original one has for the fingers on the right hand is now gone, and we now have a very normal spread here. I'll show you the difference finger spread wise. So on the original, my fingers have to get spread about that far. And the problem is this key here gets in the way because of how far apart the fingers are spread. On the new instrument, the fingers are in perfect placement and the side key does not interfere anymore. A really, really big advantage. Now, how does the instrument play? Well, first thing, let's go ahead and play the original instrument. And if you've watched one of my other videos where I talk about the G, you know that this instrument blows. And the first thing off the bat is, well, that's not good. The bell won't stay on. And somewhere around here I have another bell, there it is, that I'll use. This one will stay on just a little bit, but the whole thing is just misproportioned. So we'll use this now, and I'm just going to play a simple F scale on the unaltered G clarinet. Okay, that surprised. There goes the bell. That surprisingly came out fairly well. But let's switch over to the modified Boehm system. And you'll hear some differences. And the first difference you'll hear is that low F I played is actually going to be in tune now. The bell has been changed out on this instrument. Look at this, it doesn't fall off. And the squeak is player, not instrument. So it actually plays. I don't have to relearn any of the funky simple system fingerings. I mean, this is F, B flat. This is B, F sharp. This is F or high C. Boom, done. So everything's been revoiced. It plays fairly in tune, and it's got a nice sound. Even that high C that the original instrument really just couldn't play pops out. There's still a struggle with it, and it's still the squirreliest note on here, but I can get it with more consistency. So, big shout out to Jared DeLeon, who reconfigured this instrument and made it actually usable, and I'm thinking that I may actually start composing for the G clarinet now that I have something that's workable. And seeing what he did means I know how to go about fixing it. It's a long and arduous process. I watched all his process that he did on Instagram. If you don't know, you can follow him under Wind Instrument Repairs on Instagram. I'll put a link to that below. And a lot of real finesse here, but a new, very weird Franken G clarinet.